Hey, welcome back to Nerd of Mouth. This is our second week. I am Mike Lawrence.
And I am Jake Young.
And we're going to talk about some nerdy shit and have some fun. So, starting off, I am going to go on a bit of a slight little rant here about something that...
Get your kettle corn and Cheetos ready.
Oh, yeah. There are sponsors. But
are you feeling sad? Grab some kettle corn.
Hey, do you want to watch some bad porn? Watch it with kettle corn. Are you fat and forlorn?
Kettle corn.
So something that kind of pissed me off. Quick backstory. I got a gift certificate recently. Tis the season, and for Forbidden Planet. And I gotta say that store sucks.
Whoa.
It's not a comic book store.
It's a lifestyle store.
It's not. I mean, there's no back issues. You can't be a comic book store without back issues. The joy of going into a comic book store that you cannot have going into a Barnes and Noble or any other place is thumbing through back issues. And I'm not ungrateful towards the present or anything. It's just a shitty comic book store.
Counterpoint, I contend that although we all love thumbing through mildewy, dusty, disgusting, crumpling polybags of forgotten history, if the comic book store is to survive in the modern era, we need more than just mildewy long boxes.
Yeah, but we need both. You need both. I mean, they have...
You want a mildewy long box, you go to St. Mark's Comics, and you go to Cosmic Comics.
Or Jim Hanley's, or Midtown has a back issue section.
Meanwhile, you're on a second date with a girl you met on OkCupid. You want to show her that, hey, science fiction trade paperbacks can be fun. You want to pick up Scalped Volume 2 and maybe a novelty Gundam keychain.
Yeah, but when that girl leaves you on the third date and you're alone and you're like, God, I remember how bad Super Pro was, but I'm not sure exactly how bad, you want to go into the back issue bin.
All right.
I'm saying, so like I go into the store and they have absolutely nothing that I want, and it's a non-refundable gift card. And
literally nothing. That store has so much cool stuff.
Not the specific things that I want.
Memories.
No,
broken memories.
They didn't have any Roger Stern Spider-Man. They didn't have any Kurt Busiek Avengers. And now the thing is, it's such a corporate soulless place that it's nothing but kids there, and the kids like. I was like, I mean, they wouldn't refund me my gift card, and they're like, well, you could just come back, at some point. Thank God, I will say that the story ends positively. There was an older guy working in the store, which none of the kids working there probably talked to. And he said, well, I could order you the stuff that you want.
Oh.
So that's what I did. I ordered, I got Marvel Team Up 3, Essential Marvel Team Up 3 coming, which is some of the first pairings of Claremont and Byrne before they did X-Men. First appearance of Arcade. There's some Iron Fist team up there where they fight I want to say the Silver Serpent. I'm sure someone will correct me on that. If I'm wrong, it might be the Steel Serpent. But I mean, it's just sad, and it's like that guy used to work at a store with back issues, like, and he's just getting by by working in any store that'll hire him. But it's just we can't lose that idea.
I feel like we can. Let me share a story. I feel like we need a spectrum of available comic shop choices. I used to love a store growing up in Westchester, New York called Comic Book Heaven. And they had a lot of cool stuff, a lot of art stuff. They would hold like Warhammer tournaments on the weekends. A nice mix of like high-minded cool stuff and nerd for the sake of nerd.
Yeah.
The real estate was too expensive for it. They had to shut down. I thought I just lost that forever. I'm going to get my license renewed at a terrible mall, and the DMV's there. and I notice there's a comic book shop in the basement of this forgotten mall. And I walk in and I notice it's the guy from Comic Book Heaven.
Yeah.
And there is no one in the store. There's just back issues piled to the ceiling, just forgotten, musty, flooded. And there are no children. There are no trade paperbacks. There's no cool T-shirts.
That is Comic Book Heaven.
What there is 3 40-year-old men racing Hot Wheel cars. I'm guessing
what I'm saying,
to the race to death. Racing towards oblivion.
Oh, they died years ago, but
and I say that if that is your if that is your image of purity, of true muck and mire comic bookness, then we might as well just lose any hope of having our hobby continue into the next millennium.
But what I'm saying is that like I said, like, you can go into a Barnes and Noble or a Borders and they just have tons of trade paperbacks and manga and stuff like that. I don't need to even go to a comic book shop to get that stuff. If I go into a comic book shop, I want fucking comic books. I mean, if I can't look through and go, oh shit, here's this Lee Weeks drawn Spider-Man issue, or oh god, look, it's some old John Buscema. What's the point of going in? That's the joy. That was the love that I had of going into a comic book shop when I was a kid, that you could look around for 30 minutes or 45 minutes and not know what you were going to find. Now you go in and everything is just stacked. You could just you read the spines of all the trades. You know exactly what's there. There's no surprise. There's no fun or joy.
And
there were no sales either, and I think that sucks.
Oh well, that's always a nice kick in the dick. But I will contend, despite your very honest emotions, that Forbidden Planet is a very good store. I go there all the time. They usually have what I'm looking for. They have the week's releases always.
We're different kind of nerds, and I think.
And their indie selection is amazing. They have some of the best selections of mini comics and small publishers.
Not if you want something from the 90s or the 80s in an individual issue. If you want to get Evan Dorkin's Dork, issue 9, you're not going to be able to find it there. It's a shitty store.
We'll be right back.
BO. So we're gonna now talk about the big news this week. The Thor trailer, the official Thor trailer. There was one around Comic-Con.
So you're not talking about Iron Man 2?
No. Do you want this to be heated again? No. We're talking about the Thor trailer. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. What were your thoughts on it?
It looks pretty cool. Half of the battle for a comic book movie is when you actually see it on screen. Does it look ridiculous or does it look acceptable to the eye?
And it looks acceptably ridiculous.
It looks acceptably ridiculous. It's Kenneth Branagh is directing.
Branagh. Not like Carrie Elves, Kenneth Branagh.
And as always, Natalie Portman is always fun, especially when she's doesn't understand the mystical forces around her.
Yeah, love when they bring women in these things to fuck them up. You know what? I just saw The Black Swan, and she was good in that. Stay a ballerina. Get the fuck out of my Thor movie. We don't need women in these
How
things.
do you have an opinion about that?
Can you tell me who the woman in the Blade movies were? No, because they were fucking useless and ineffective.
Stephen Dorff was the woman in the Blade movies.
Yeah. Here's a quibble that it kind of bothers me, and there's no right way to say it, so I'm gonna say it wrong. I know we have a black president now, but I don't think we're ready to have black Asgardians. Idris Elba, I believe, plays Heimdall, who guards the Rainbow Bridge. There's also an Asian guy. I think he's one of the Warriors 3. You cannot... it's fucking Asgard.
This isn't my usual source of... Of course you have the black guy be the doorman. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
He's the bouncer. None shall pass. Yeah. Can I see your ID before walking through?
I died in glorious battle. Yeah. A lot of people died in glorious battle.
Yeah. Hey, the last 5 bitches said they were here to see Fafnir. Bitch be stepping. That was way more racist than my original opinion.
That was racist towards black people and the Norsemen.
Yeah. What do you think, though? Black Asgardian.
Call in. The number is...
No, I don't know. It's Norse, it's Shakespeare and all these... And, not Othello Shakespeare, but everything but Othello Shakespeare. It's, fucking, thou shalt and all that stuff. It's, I don't know. It's weird.
I accept it because it is... gods that don't exist, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. What I did like about the Thor trailer, and this is essential, is a lot of screaming the name Odin! Odin, face me, father! Like, you always need that. Yeah. One of my favorite games, a fellow comic out of DC, Jimmy Merritt, whenever there was a severe thunderstorm and we were walking outside, it would be his favorite game, and it's always hilarious. Just walk into the middle of the street and just yell towards the heavens, "Face me, Odin! Odin, face me!"
Well, we're 2 for 2 on episodes where Jake Young yells for no reason. And we've had plenty of reasons to yell. So
just try it. Just yell, "Face me, Odin." It's amazing.
Face me, Odin! Forsooth! I gotta say, the trailer, Loki kind of looks cool. They got the horns in there, which is essential. And the Destroyer looks awesome.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. That's like the big baddie in all of Thor is just giant armor.
Yeah, I think this is my prediction on the movie. It's going to be pretty bad, but there's going to be some fun in it. I think that the exposition, there's going to be like an hour where there's no action and it's going to suck.
Yeah.
But I think the action is going to be fun. The actor didn't really strike me as that charismatic. But, it's cool to see that they got that S.H.I.E.L.D. guy back in there.
Oh, yeah.
Clark Gregg, I think his name is. I think it'll be okay. I don't, because you got that Cap and Green Lantern coming out. My prediction, I think Cap's going to be the best of them. Then Green Lantern and then Thor. I think Cap is going to be the sleeper one. No one's really talking about it yet. I think that's the one that's going to come out and actually be really good. They're keeping it in World War II. You got Hugo Weaving, who's always fucking awesome.
Also known as Weaving's Law.
And I like Chris Evans a lot. He was the best part of those Fantastic Four movies.
And that's the same way as saying that the wooden board is the best part about getting hit in the face with a wooden board with some nails stuck in it.
Yeah. That's a mighty fine board, though.
Definitely my favorite part of being hit in the face with a board with a bunch of nails in it was the board.
Hey, that's how we defeated Kang and Kodos, okay? So, but yeah,
how was that our first Simpsons reference?
Yeah, I know. I think us doing blatant impressions of the comic book guy this whole time is our first Simpson reference. Okay, well, we're going to take a commercial break.
We're hitting a hard break.
Yeah.
We'll catch you on the other side.
Help me, please. Is anybody there?
I'm gonna kill you! Look at me when you die! I want to see your... In the evening of the day of man, when humanoids never walk the earth, only one group can tell the story of the age. Listen to the undertow of your mind ocean. I got all this blood milk coming out of my belly. The CIA's put microphones up in the toothpaste.
I live in a phone booth down by the Chulu Banana, and you're telling me to study notes.
Don't you listen to my deep gun on that? Murderfist Broadcasting System, coming soon to cavecomedyradio.com and wherever guns are sold.
We return to the show already in progress. Join us now as the discussion turns toward the release of the old X-Men arcade beat-em-up game on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Here are the boys.
It's definitely fun. Not as fun as the old arcades. Once again, I mean, this is just like the Forbidden Planet rant. I'm getting older and the stuff I love is fading. It was just a lot of fun going and playing with other people in person, and obviously the arcades are dying. I mean, they're probably dead at this point.
It's basically Dave and Buster's and a lone Miss Pac-Man table at this point.
Yeah, So what I think though, it's like, because one of the fun moments of the X-Men arcade game when you were a kid was when it was 6 players and 5 people would be playing, and you had to pick Dazzler. Because it really was this moment of, do I want to be alone or do I want to be friends with other people but hate myself? And it was such a defining moment in my youth. And you want to know what I would end up doing? I would be Dazzler.
That's very profound. Even though her special attack is useless.
And I think me being Dazzler, because I'm a comedian now, like that showed that I was more of an external person than an internal person. And I feel like if I had said no, I shall not play as Dazzler, I shall play this Dungeons and Dragons side-scrolling game instead. Yeah, I know the engine wasn't as good.
Oh god.
Yeah, but that guy now is probably like a millionaire and killing killing people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Either a millionaire or a serial killer. The guy who decided not to be Dazzler. I chose to be Dazzler. I say the road more traveled.
Oddly enough, it was Mark Zuckerberg.
No,
he was the one.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to form my own video game that's way better.
But those games, those games were fun. The Simpsons arcade game.
Oh dear God,
a lot of fun. Ninja Turtles one. But I think the two staples in the beat-em-up genre, one on arcades, the other on the Sega Genesis, Streets of Rage and Final Fight.
Is this another nerd versus segment?
Yeah, we had Green Arrow and Hawkeye last week. This week, Streets of Rage versus Final Fight.
Which side do you want to take? Because both are near and dear to my heart.
Mine too. I think in an actual fight, Streets of Rage would easily win this. For one reason, those special moves that they had. In the original Streets of Rage, you had a special move where a cop car would pull up from all the way at the beginning of the level, shoot a bazooka at the exact moment where you were standing. That would somehow hurt everybody but you. And that right there, and no other beat-em-up game ever did that. And I don't even think those games did it again.
No, the next one, they just gave you like an extra special kind of punch.
And the third one gave you a kangaroo.
So. They did give you a kangaroo.
With boxing gloves.
With boxing gloves. It's you know what it was? It addressed something key to the entire beat-em-up genre, which was just, where are the cops? The cops have guns.
Yeah.
Stop punching drug addicts. Just get cops. They have guns. They'll totally help you. There's one way that I feel that Final Fight will beat Streets of Rage, and that is the plot. Because the plot of Final Fight was, oh my god, drug dealers kidnapped my girlfriend. Quick, help me, my best friend who is a ninja, and the mayor.
Well, he's the father.
Oh, right, I forgot. Hagar.
What the fuck? And he's German, you piece of shit. No. Yeah, that's his, it's his daughter, her boyfriend.
Listen, bro, I like going to Forbidden Planet and wearing sunglasses and being cool.
Faux nerd? The faux nerd is my foe. It was Hagar who, his daughter goes missing, and he gets Cody, the boyfriend, and a guy named Guy.
A guy named who was a ninja.
Yeah,
just a dude.
You know,
buddy.
By ninja, I mean the guy who uncomfortably taught 7-year-olds Taekwondo. He clearly was that guy. That guy. I think
he was the instructor at the birthday party that like the birthday boy got to like flip over.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Final Fight came out first, and then Streets of Rage was like, well, how can we compete with this? I know, diversity. Yeah. So they had a black guy and a woman, and a white guy named Axel. So if we're having this fight, I say Axel and Cody cancel each other out because they're pretty much the same guy. Then I say who we put here? We put
actually, as is in beat 'em up tradition, Axel was the slow strong guy, and Hagar was the slow strong guy.
Yeah,
I believe Alex was the black guy, so he literally just changed the skin color.
Well, there was Axel, Adam, and Blaze.
Adam was the black guy, well-rounded.
Adam Hunter.
And so Cody and Adam, well-rounded, and then the ninja and the lady were both the quick, weak type.
I say, if
does anyone ever choose quick, weak type? Like, how can that possibly be any? Like, that's not fun.
I would describe my sex as the quick, weak type.
And on that note, I'd like to thank everyone for listening to episode 2. Mike Lawrence, how do you feel?
I feel good, and support your mom and pop comic shops. Enjoy the long boxes while we still have them, and if your local arcade is still open, go in because there will be no lines. You can play whatever you want, and hey, if you put a quarter in that Tetris machine and it eats your quarter, you lost your quarter, but what you did gain was a memory, and as we learned today, those are priceless.
Special thanks to Marcus Parks manning the laptop and widgets.
Oh, it was a hell of a time, boys.
Yes, and a great reference to that shitty early 90s Eco cartoon widget. There we go.
There's a lot of shitty Eco cartoons, but we'll have to save that for next week.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Goodbye, folks.